Daytona truck build series that I'm trying to do. This is episode 4, if you didn't read the description or the title or whatever you want to call it. So we've got quite a bit of stuff in from Stryker Off-Road Designs, which is one of the biggest sponsors here on the YouTube channel as far as the lift, because we wouldn't really have the Daytona truck build video series if it wasn't for the lift from Stryker Off-Road Designs. So anyway, we've got quite a bit of it back from powder coat. We don't have all of it back from powder coat. We've got the rear axle underneath the truck, and I'll kind of go over that here in a sec. Let me just show you. So we've got our lift blocks, our traction bar brackets for the bottom. We've got our steering stabilizer brackets and such. We've got two, I think these are the lower 4-link arms, or maybe those are the uppers. I really don't know, but we have two 4-link arms, either uppers or lowers. I don't know. We've got the resi mounts, and then we've got the lift blocks. This color is super awesome. Don't pay any attention to all the fingerprints, but it looks really, really good. Love this color. And then, like I said, we've got the axle underneath the truck. We've got this top plate finally installed. We've got the leaf pack put back together pretty much. We've still got those bolts right there. And then I've still got to do some touch-up paint on that little bottom wedge piece. Right there is the traction bar bracket. So my buddy is actually on the way over, Charles. You've seen him on the channel before if you follow along with the channel. So we've got some 17-inch stock F250 wheels, and I actually turned them inside out, and then I mounted up the 3-inch Shifted Industries, also another sponsor here on the YouTube channel. Shifted Industries, they make custom wheel spacers, hub-centric, lug-centric, 2-inch, 3-inch, 1-inch, 4-inch. I don't know if they make bigger than 4, you'd have to check with them. But they make very, very high-quality wheel spacers, all, of course, with grade 8 studs or better. I really don't know the specific grade of studs, but pretty much the best wheel spacers that money can buy is the Shifted Industries wheel spacers. So we've got our leaf springs put back together. These are 6-inch leaf springs, so these give 6 inches of lift over stock. And then we've got our 8-inch Stryker tapered block as well, and that has 2 different center pin holes. So that's something we're just going to have to install and kind of get the axle centered. I'm going to say we're going to be using the far front hole, because that's going to push the axle the furthest back. Because I don't know if you can tell, but the axle is a little bit forward right here if we were to just mount them, which of course the weight of the truck is going to push the shackles back, so that's going to bring the axle back a little bit. But my hopes for this video is to get the rear lift completely installed, and the U-bolts on and the axle on, and at least get these wheels on the ground. Maybe put the 40s on just to kind of see the tire gap difference in the fender gap and stuff, just to kind of see where we're going to be at roughly. So I think I'm still going to have a rear drive shaft made. This is a custom one-piece drive shaft. So I think going up, I want to say we're going up like 4 inches over the last lift that I had. So going up 4 inches, I think that's going to make that drive shaft too short. Maybe not. Like I said, we won't know until we put it all back together. So my hopes for this video is that we're going to get the rear completely assembled. We're also waiting on the coilovers and the aluminum faceplates for the cradles and for the 4-link arms. 4-link arms over here. And then of course we're still waiting on quite a bit of stuff at powder coat. So anyway, let's go ahead and start putting the rear of this truck back together. Before I get right into this, I want you all to see these U-bolts. Gosh. Let's measure these things. Where's my measuring tape? Give me the measuring tape. Is it over? 21 and a half. 21 and a half inches long. They won't even fit in the screen if I'm close. Those are some U-bolts. Just to compare, these are U-bolts from a 5-inch lift. Quite the difference. So another upgraded part that came in for the build. Let's go and unbox this. This is from Redhead steering. So of course, running these larger wheels and tires, we wanted to get a new steering box.
Oh! No way.
Boys,
The steering box is broke. That's just great. The steering box is broke.
look at it. The whole top thing is completely cracked. I guess that's the post office for you, or that's possibly a shitty steering box for you. That's not what we needed. I'm gonna try to call Redhead right now. Yeah, because like I said here on my YouTube channel, we're trying to make it to this Daytona truck meet. I'm building a 6.0 Power Stroke F250. It's on like an 18-inch lift, and I was just all of the parts and stuff. You know, I mean, I've got a couple sponsors on the channel here, but all of the parts and stuff we're just kind of reviewing and showing in each video. You know, we're doing like a build series kind of. So.
Yeah, we'll need to get you a gearbox that will actually work here. Okay, so this one, look up here, momentarily, I think I just got an email, so yep, I got the photos, so we'll have those, and yep, that's definitely not going to work. We'll get the ball rolling and get a new one out to you.
Okay, that sounds perfect. And you said you're going to do that like next day air or something pretty quick for me. I appreciate that. Absolutely. We'll get this going, and then you obviously have my email if you have any questions. Okay, perfect. I appreciate it. Thank you all.
You're welcome. Have a good evening.
You too. Thank you. All right. So there goes the Redhead steering gearbox. Installing that today. Thank you, post office. She was broke pretty good, boys. It looks very, very high quality though. Customer service, definitely a 100 out of 10. She's sending another one out next day air, and she's going to get that out today. So we should have one tomorrow or the day after that. Okay guys, we've got the rear end installed in the truck. Not sure how good you'll be able to see this. I don't have my DBA rock lights and my DBA wheel lights on. Another awesome sponsor here on the YouTube channel. Huge shout out to Dallas. He's the owner of DBA Automotive, or DB Auto Lighting, whichever you want to refer to it as. So we've got the wheels on. Got everything on here. Got the calipers mounted up. Like I said, lighting is very bad on that side, but it looks so freaking awesome. And then our traction bars are gonna mount right there, so that's gonna look sweet. Our drive shaft did end up being too short, so I went ahead and pulled that out, and it is over here. So the drive shaft only went inside of the yoke that much. So we're gonna have to have that extended. I would say we'll just have to have it extended about that much. You know, just so it goes into the yoke that much further. And then we should be good. So that's pretty much got our drive shaft figured out, which was an issue that I was worried about. And she is skating those stocks, boy. I'm so excited. You'll have no idea how long of a process I've been trying to get this truck finished. We're probably literally 20 weeks into the build. You know I just started making videos. I've done some, I just now started doing like the official Daytona episodes like you're watching, because we're trying to make it to the Daytona truck meet, all that. And so we're trying, and that's all that we can do. Like I said, we're still waiting on some parts from Stryker, still waiting on some parts from powder coat, and we've still got to build a couple things. So we're still gonna have to build a track bar in the front. Once we get it at ride height, we're gonna have to measure from eye to eye and get a track bar measurement. I've already got the heim joints and stuff. I'll go ahead and show you that. So I've got the 2-inch DOM 1.5 inside diameter tubing with the 1.25 chromoly heim joints, or chromoly, however you say it. Got that. That's what the steering is made out of as well, our tie rod bar and our drag link. I've already got the tie rod bar built. I didn't build the drag link and I didn't build the track bar because I have to get the truck to ride height before I can do that. And as you can see, this baby is gonna be tall. So I'm super excited to use these, and Charles is gonna weld our bungs in and do all that. I've already got the tubing here, like I said. We should have actually too much tubing, which is better than having not enough, especially when you're crunching for Daytona. So this shorter one will probably be our track bar. This longer one will probably be our drag link, but both of them we're gonna have to trim down. I wanna say the factory drag link is somewhere around 34, 35 inches long, and that's way more than that, and so is that. So we'll figure all that out, but I'm actually just gonna go ahead and make this a multiple day video. I'm gonna try to find time to work on it tomorrow or the next day or the next day, and just continue filming for about a week straight and try to do just one consistent episode a week now that we have parts rolling in and there's actually some progress on the truck build, as you can see. So next time you all see me will be on day 2 of this video. So thank you all for watching day 1. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, and it's gonna swap over to day 2. I'll see you all in a couple of days, or maybe tomorrow. Day 2. All right guys, so it is day 2 of this video. What the heck just happened to the camera? Focus. Okay, anyway, so day 2, and look what we already have. This has blown my mind. So yesterday at like 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening, I called Redhead Steering Gears and told them about what happened, and they freaked out, as you heard the phone call, and they got me one on the way. They shipped it. They said like 1 day air, but it would be here in like a day or 2. But this morning at like 9 o'clock on my front door, check out what was on the front door. Another one. So we have already got the replacement. Literally, like, it showed up, what would that be? Literally like 15 or 16 hours after the phone call. So Redhead Steering Gears, humongous shout out to them. They got a new steering gear in. So, and this one was, it was actually double boxed, so I don't know if that's something they should start doing more often, because this one isn't broken. The first one was in a singular box with cardboard like wrapped around it, which I would have thought would be just fine, but apparently somebody dropped that one very hard. But this one was in 2 boxes, and it held up just fine, and it's here. So we're gonna go ahead and install it in the truck, get it mounted. I am still waiting on my power steering cooler that mounts right here. I got a new one from Ford, so it should be here tomorrow, hopefully. So I'll probably take you all along with me to get that drive shaft tomorrow and pick up the part from Ford. But anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and install this. So I'll kind of show, it's literally just 3 bolts, and then the steering shaft mounts onto it. And then there are 2 power steering fluid lines, and I'll show that in depth a little bit after we get it installed, and I'll show it to you. Go subscribe to Colby's YouTube channel that he hasn't started yet. Okay guys, we've got the Redhead steering box installed. You can just barely see it. I'll get a better video and kind of go over this in depth later on. 16s and the factory steering box. So I'll be able to tell a difference, hopefully, with how tight the steering is. I think, you know, it's supposed to be quite a bit tighter. So that should be a good thing. And so yeah, so now all we have to do is just get this frame prepped right here and get the buckets bolted up with the track bar cross member. So that is going to do it for day 2 pretty much. Tomorrow, which will be day 3, which will be right here in a couple of seconds, we are going to hopefully go pick up the drive shaft, go pick up the power steering cooler, and go pick up some power steering fluid to put the cooler and the fluid in and get all that bled out hopefully. So that should be tomorrow, and I will see you all tomorrow and we'll go get that done. So see you all in just a second. Alright guys, it is day 3 of the video. We are going to Don Franklin's. My power steering cooler came in, so I've got to run and get that, and then I've got to go run and pick up the drive shaft. That came in, grab me some food, then I got to come back and do some painting and work a little bit, and then later tonight I will catch you all back again on the video, and we will install that power steering cooler as soon as I get done working and put in the new drive shaft as well. So we will go ahead and throw up a little time lapse of going to Don Franklin, the drive shaft shop, talking in between, whatever. So let's go. Toss this in the back seat and head to the drive shaft shop.
We're trying to reach us.
6 blow down. 6 blow down.
Try your call again later.
This is a custom one-piece drive shaft. I already had it converted to a one-piece drive shaft, but then whenever we done more lift, I had to have the drive shaft extended. We are headed back home, and I got to get out into the shop and get to painting. I've got a set of mirrors that I've got to clear coat today, and I've got a couple sets of taillights that I have to clear coat today as well, and I've got 2 sets of headlights that I've got to spray some base coat on. So if I get time before it gets dark, I'll kind of go over all that with you all and show you that just for some more content in this video. But if not, I will catch you all in the shop tonight, and we will install the power steering cooler and the drive shaft. So I will see you all here in just a little bit.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to day 3.
So it is currently the next day after what you just now saw, because I got busy working yesterday and I didn't actually get time to work on the truck. So I've been out here for probably 20 minutes. Got the drive shaft mounted up. It might be like 1 inch or 2 inches too long. So I guess I won't know really until I drive the truck. I don't really know how much it'll be moving in that slip yoke, but I could have sworn that I measured correctly. But worst comes to worst, just take it back to the drive shaft shop, and you should only have to chop off one end instead of both ends. So we should be able to shorten it, you know, easier than we can lengthen the drive shaft. So shortening it shouldn't be a problem. But I'll figure that out after I get the truck back together. I'm not worried about it. I got it mounted up. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. It is what it is. So we got the new drive shaft under there, and I'm probably gonna paint the exhaust black and probably gonna paint the drive shaft black too. Also here on the front, we got the new Ford power steering cooler installed. All I have to do is just tighten up these little clamps. And as you know, we got the Redhead steering installed. Can't really see it, I don't have my phone on me. But I forgot to put 2 little O-rings on those lines, so I got to take those lines back off and put the 2 O-rings on there, and then all that should be good and ready for fluid, which means that we can start it up. As soon as I get some fluid in it, we'll start it up, do the first startup in over 3 months, guys. So that'll be pretty cool. Hopefully she starts, hopefully. She ran whenever I parked her. So that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this episode of my Daytona truck build. I wanna give a huge shout out to all of my sponsors, just like I do at the end of every single video. Stryker Off-Road Designs, Singleshot Powder Coating, DB Automotive Lighting, Shifted Industries for the best wheel spacers. Do what? Episode 4. Wait, I already filmed episode 4? Or this is episode 4 that I'm filming? Okay. Anyway, thanks for watching episode 4. I forgot what episode we were on. But yeah, so SunsetRetros, Single Shot Powder Coating, Shifted Industries. I feel like I'm at the end of a Supercross race right now. Anyway, thank you for everybody that has supported me. I really, really appreciate it, and I cannot wait to see this truck back together. We're almost there, guys. Everybody starts out as a nobody. Always remember that. Peace out.